Martin Tyler's stats and facts. How does Jose Mourinho's top-flight away record compare with Big Six? Martin Tyler brings you his latest brain teaser from Stamford Bridge ahead of Chelsea's match against Manchester United. Martin Tyler brings you his latest brain teaser from Stamford Bridge ahead of Chelsea's match against Manchester United. How does Jose Mourinho's away record compare with fellow Big Six managers? How prolific is Manchester City striker Gabriel Jesus? Martin Tyler knows. Sky Sports commentator Martin Tyler has the answers to those questions and more. Plus, don't forget to try his tricky teaser. Got a question for Martin? Tweet at Sky Sportspool with hashtag #TylerSteasers. Starting stats. It is now just one win in their last 16 Premier League visits to Stamford Bridge for Manchester United, drawing 5 and losing 10 of those games. And the one victory was 3-2 in October 2012. This poor record is an extension of an already difficult time for Jose Mourinho away from home. The Portuguese has not won any of his past 11 Premier League away games against the Big Six as Chelsea and United manager, drawing 5, with all 5 draws goalless, and now losing 6 of those 11 games. Mourinho's teams having only netted in 2 of them, with Chelsea scoring 3 times at Tottenham Hotspur on New Year's Day 2015, but lost 5-3. While Wayne Rooney was also on target in the final match at White Hart Lane in May 2017 in a 2-1 defeat. However, his teams failed to score in 9 of those 11 matches, 3 with Chelsea and now 6 with United. Meanwhile, 7 of United's last 8 Premier League away defeats have come inside the M25, the one exception being their 2-1 loss at Huddersfield Town in October. And 6 of those 8 losses have actually been in London. United did go down 3-1 at Watford in September 2016, but the Hornets does not count as a London club. 13 of Chelsea's 19 Premier League goals this season have been scored by Spaniards. Alvaro Morata 7, Marcos Alonso and Pedro both 2, while Cesar Azpilicueta and Cesc Fabregas both have 1 each. Morata's goal ended a 6-match draft in all competitions, and it was the striker's 7th Premier League goal, 5 of which have been assisted by Azpilicueta. And Fabregas was voted by my Sky colleagues as man of the match in the midfielder's 150th appearance for Chelsea in all competitions. Big Six appeal. Jose Mourinho's record against the Big Six away from home lately is terrible. How does it compare with his rival managers? John Chelmsford. Martin says, Manchester United's defeat at Chelsea means that Jose Mourinho has not won any of his last 11 Premier League away games at the Big Six, with his teams failing to score in 9 of the last 10 matches. Chelsea 1-0 Manchester UTD. Chelsea 1-0 Manchester UTD. Since the start of the 2015-16 season, Mourinho has taken on average 0.4 points per game on the road against the fellow Big Guns, which is the same points per game return as Arsene Wenger, who is winless in 13 of these types of games, losing 8. Record on the road against Big Six manager played 1 PTS game win ratio Antonio Conte 6-1. 233% Arsene Wenger 1-3-0-0. 40% Jose Mourinho 9-0-0. 40% Jurgen Klopp 1-0-4-1. 640% Mauricio Pochettino 1-1-1-0. 7-9. 0.9% Pep Guardiola 6-1. 233. 33%. Mauricio Pochettino hasn't fared much better, winning just 1 of his 11 away day outings against his title rivals. That win came in 2016 when goals from Harry Kane and Christian Eriksen saw off Manchester City. As you can see from the table, the manager with the best record is Jurgen Klopp, who has only lost 2 of his 10 games away from home against the Big Six, registering a 40% win ratio in the process. Mind the gap. There are now 8 points separating Manchester United and Manchester City. Is this the biggest gap between the top 2 at this stage of the Premier League season? Ronnie Leighton Martin says, yes. No other team has amassed such an authoritative margin after 11 games in a Premier League season. As we head into the international period, City have won 10 of those 11 matches in what has been one of the most impressive starts to a campaign in top-flight history. Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher and Graham Souness discuss Antonio Conte's decision to drop David Luiz and player power at Stamford Bridge. Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher and Graham Souness discuss Antonio Conte's decision to drop David Luiz and player power at Stamford Bridge. The previous closest gap after 11 matches was 7 points in 1993-94 when United took 28 points from their opening matches, which put them in a commanding early season position ahead of Norwich City in second. United went on to win the league that year by 8 points ahead of Blackburn Rovers. It was a 42-game season, the second coming. How does Gabriel Jesus' Premier League goal rate compare? Is it the best ever? John Grimsby Martin says, of players to have scored 10 or more goals in the Premier League, Jesus does indeed boast the best record of a goal every 57 minutes. He is followed by Manchester City Sergio Aguero, whose 130 Premier League goals have been scored at a rate of a goal every 69 minutes. Harry Kane, 86 goals at a goal every 14 minutes. And Thierry Henry, 175 goals at a goal every 79 minutes. Follow. Before a couple of surprise additions, former Reading striker Adam Lafondar is 5th in the list, having scored his 12 Premier League goals at a goal every 33 minutes. While Leicester striker Kelechi Iheanacho is 6th at a rate of 92, with all 12 of his goals scored at Manchester City. Ruud van Nistelrooy, Luis Suarez, Javier Hernandez and Robin van Persie complete the top 10 minutes per goal record. Player goals minutes. Goal Gabriel Jesus 1489. 57 Sergio Aguero 130,107. 69 Harry Kane 86,116. 14 Thierry Henry 175,121. 74 Adam Lafondar 12,124. 34 Kelechi Iheanacho 12,125. 96 Ruud van Nistelrooy 95,128. 19 Luis Suarez 69,138. 8 Javier Hernandez 41,139. 8 Robin van Persie 144,139. 56. Paying the penalty. Who has conceded the most penalties in the Premier League since the start of last season? Andy Glasgow Martin says, Hull City faced 13 penalties last season before they were relegated from the Premier League, but only 11 were scored. After conceding from the spot against Manchester City on Sunday, Arsenal have now conceded 12 penalties since the start of the 2016-17 campaign. Not only that, but the Gunners have also failed to keep out any of those spot kicks. Over the same period, West Ham have also given away 12 penalties, 9 of which have been converted, while Southampton have been penalised 12 times as well, but only 6 have been scored. Meanwhile, among those teams to have played in both seasons, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Man City, Stoke City and Tottenham have all given away just 2 penalties, all of which have been converted. And Ireland vs Switzerland live on Super Sub. Peter Crouch scored again from the bench on Saturday. But does he hold the record for substitute appearances in the Premier League? Jerry Ealing Martin says, Crouch's substitute appearance in Stoke's 2-2 draw with Leicester saw him move level with Shola Ameobi at the top of the list, with both players on 142. Third in the list is striker Jermaine Defoe, 136, followed by both Carlton Cole, 129, and Joe Cole, 123. Nigeria striker Nwankwo Kanu made 118 substitute appearances during his Premier League career, while Ryan Giggs and James Milner are level on 110, with the latter drawing level after coming off the bench for Liverpool against West Ham on Saturday. And completing the top 10 are Victor Onisheba, 107, and Adam Johnson, 105.